Minagoya be namakota macha NAKON'I'A techina.
Amba washte mi dagubi mi takana. Na kem nemia Theresa oach. Amba nen tacha ish wo odabi iwayak. Good day. Hi again. It's me, Theresa, my relatives and friends. Today we're going to talk about the body and body parts, and then we're going to move on and talk about some of your favorite foods. This is just to build your word list so that you have words that we can start building sentences with. So today we're going to start with our body, and our body, tacha. That's our body. Tacha. Now, at the top of our body, the first thing on our body, we have our pa. That is our head. Pa. Patang nuha. I have a big head. Pa jusinan yuha. You have a small head. Inside your head, we have your nasu. Nasu, which is your brain. Nasu. And just little add-ons with your brain. I'm not sure if I spelt that right. Oh yeah, this is a K here. With your brain, you can wokja. You can think with your brain. Wokja. That's to think. Just adding these on there just to add on to your word list. Then from your head comes your paha, and that is your hair. Pabakja, to comb your hair. And under your hair, you have your inde, and that is your face. Inde, that is your face. Now, below your face, on your face, we have your ishta, and that's your eyes. Your eyes, ishta. Now, from your eyes, we also have ishtahi. Ishtahi. Those are your eyelashes and your eyebrows. And eyebrows. The he, meaning of hair, ishtahi. I don't know why hair eyes, but that's what it translates to. And then, if your eyes don't see, your ishtagura. Make sure I'm spelling that right. And that's to be blind. Ishtagura, and that is to be blind if your eyes don't work. Ishtagura. Sorry, this is an A. Ishtagura. Then after your eyes, beside your eyes, you have your nura, your ears. Nura. Nura, those are your ears. Nura tang. Induyach nura tang nuha. You have big ears for nothing. I got told that a couple times when I was a kid. Nura tang. Then you also have your poha. And that is your nose. Poha. Now, I have some things that you can do with your nose. When you sleep, you may just wait. When you sleep, choba, there we go, choba, that's to snore. Also, you might be able to omna with your nose, omna. and that is to smell. Also, with your nose, you might have some pachni, pachni. And that is snot. And when we get to the foods, you'll notice that this will show up in your food list as well. And I bet you're wondering what would be snot. We'll find out later. And then you can ps. I'm not sure about this. Ps, pse, pse, but that's to sneeze. Pse. And that's to sneeze. E-E-Z-E. That's to sneeze. Pse. Now, after you go down further from your nose, right under your nose, you have your E. E. That is your mouth. E. Itang noha. I have a big mouth. E. And then above your beard, maybe you have a put. Puti. Puti. Instead of a goatee, it's a puti. And it is a beard. A beard or a mustache. Also, with your mouth, you might be able to I'A. You might be able to talk. Or maybe, if you're loud, you might be able to ba. Ba, that's a nasalized A. Ba, that's to yell. And inside your mouth, you have your cheji, cheju. There's two spellings here. I got cheji. Cheji. And that's the way I remember it. That's your tongue. I'm not going to tell you what you can do with your tongue. We'll just skip over that. Then you have your ishti. Ishti, which is your lips. Ishti. I didn't write this down, but your ishti, you may imbutaga with your lips. You can kiss with your lips. Ima butaga, kiss me. Then, under your lips, you have your inku. Inku. Inku, and that is your chin. Inku. I remember long time ago back, there used to be a lady from, I believe she was from Sweetgrass. My mom, when they talked about her, especially the older ladies that used to talk about her, she must have passed on, but they used to call her Inku Pesto. Must be because she had a sharp chin. Then after your chin, we go down to your neck, and that is your tahu. Tahu. I could have tahu ikdam, that's the back of your neck if you'd like. Tahu ikdam, the back of your neck. I didn't write that down. Now we have hieda. Hieda, that is your shoulders. Pa hieda siha nakon'I'A. I can't remember that game. The FHQ has an app out that's head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Hieda. Hieda. That's your shoulders. Sorry, I'll put this down. Hieda. Hieda. And that's your shoulders. Or your shoulders. Then under your shoulders, you have your achorena. 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 And that is your armpits. Now, from your armpits, you might be temni. Temni. And that's to sweat. And then when you sweat, you might be hamna. That is to stink. Hamna. Hamna. And that is to be stink. That could happen from your armpits. From your armpits, you have your isto. Your isto. This is your arms. Isto. And those are your arms. Isto. Na isto. Then down a little bit down lower from your arms, you have your ispa, and that is your elbow. Ispa, ispa, elbow. Yeah. Ispa sabno ha. You got black elbows? Okay. Now we're going to go down to our wrist, which is your... I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought here. Your wrist, nakpa, 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 nakpa. And that is your wrist. After your wrist, you have your nambe. Sorry, nambe. Nambe, which is your hand. Nambe. And you can remember nambe from, you know, how when you introduce yourself, nambe chimnuzink, remember that? Nambe. And then you have your napsu. Napsu, your fingers. Napsu. Those are your fingers. Napsu. Oh, I thought I forgot. Now, for your hand, you also have your shoga. Those are your fingernails. Shoga. Shoga. Those are your fingernails. Shoga, your fingernails. And you know, from your hand, you know, sometimes some people are left-handed. To be left-handed, you are chakpa. Chakpa, that's to be left-handed. Chakpa. I'm sorry, chatka. 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 And that is to be left-handed. And that is to be left-handed. Chatka, or to your left. Chatka, left-handed or to your left. Now that we're down to our chest now, our chest area is called mak'u. 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 This your E, your O is mak'u. Mak'u. That is your chest. And for...
Stop there on the map.
Oh yeah, right. No, it doesn't. Just one word. Yeah, mak'u. Mak'u. Yeah, that mak'u is to give. This is mak'u. Mak'u. This is a long U. Mak'u. That's your chest. And then from in front of your ribs, if you are a woman, well, men have them too, but if you're a woman, you use them to feed your child. They're your breasts. They're called your azay. Azay. And those are, everyone has them, but the women use them to feed their babies. And those are your breasts. Azay. Azay. Then, after you go further down, you ever hear people saying, you lost your chakpa? Well, that's your belly button. Chakpa. Chakpa. And that is your belly button, chakpa. Chakpa wa knushtano. I lost my belly button. Then inside your belly, behind your belly button, you have your shuba. And those are your intestines, your shuba. Shuba. And intestines. Shuba. Inside you have your intestines. Then you have your tapi or pi. Tapi or pi. I found 2 different ways to spell it. And that's your liver. Liver. Some of you drink that mini suda and it's hard on your liver. Then all this, spell it right here, your nire. Nire tanga nuha. You have a big belly. Nire. Nire. And I'm trying to, right there. Nire. And it's nire. That is your stomach. I don't know if I spelled stomach right, did I? Yeah, I did. And then adjunct. I was trying to adjuncta. 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 Bet you guys can't tell me that one. Adjunct. Adjuncta. And those are your kidneys. Your kidneys. Those are all very, very important parts, especially the inside for your body to function. And after your kidneys, we're going to go to our waist. Nare knagia. Nare knagia. That is your waist. Nare knagia. Nare knagia, and that is your waist. Now, after we get below the waist, there are some differences. We'll have your nisu. Nisu. Yes, nisu. And those are your hips. Nisu, your hips. Now, after your hips, below your hips depends on what you are. If you're a man, you have susu. You have a susu, and that is testicles. There are other words, but I'm just going to use susu. There's lots of other words that you can use for this word, but I will use susu. If you're a man, and if you're a woman, you have a shan or a chana. And that would be your vagina. Next, you have your ooze. Those are your buttocks. Ooze. And those are your buttocks. Now, what goes in must comes out. So we're going to have a uzochnog. 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 I can't remember how. I'm going to make sure I spell this right. Uzochnod. Uzochnod. This is your H. Uzochnoga. I say the A. After you get to be fluent, you won't. I always say it, but if you notice all these here, after you get to be a fluent speaker, those will just drop right off. And that is your anus or your rectum. Now, here's some body parts. From your rectum, you will be able to chesney, and that is to poo. Or you might neja, and that is to urinate. Urinate or pee. They're different for the men and the women, and this is for the woman. Now, after you're done your hips, you have your sika, and those are your legs. Sika. And then you have your cheja otang, which is your thigh. Cheja otang, cheja otang. And that is your thigh. Now, after your thigh, you have your knee. And your knees are tachanga. I'm sorry, I'm not saying it right. That H has that little cap on it, so it's Tachanga. I'm not saying it right. Huh? Tachanga. Yeah, there we go. And that is your knees. Tachanga. There, that's better. After your knees come your ankle. That is your sika. 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 Ever twist your ankle? Sika. Then you have your feet. These are all very similar. Your foot is a siha, though. It's not a sika, it's a siha. Then we have our toes, which are sipa. Notice how similar they all are? Sipa. And those are your 10 little toes on your toes. Sipa. Yeah, sipa. Sihatang. Now, from your feet and your legs, from your hips down, some of the things that you might be able to do with those, you might be able to mani. You might be able to walk with your legs. You might be able to, you might be able to wachi. You might be able to akdaga. And it's really akdag, but I always say that D, akdag. Or you might be able to eopsij. Eopsij. Or you might be able to nathang, just wait. Nachtaga. You might be able to nachtaga. Nachtaga. And now all this in your body is all made up of hu-hu. I'm just going to put this right up here. Hu-hu. And those are your bones. The bones in your body. If you remember how we say Regina, hu-hu jubinan, which means a pile of bones. I don't think they use that saying anymore. Remember Pile of Bones Sunday when they used to have the exhibition? I don't think they use that saying anymore, but hu-hu jubinan, pile of bones. And now all your body is wrapped in ha. Ha. And that is your skin. Skin. And that is, for the most part, the most important parts of your body. I hope you can go through this list and remember the parts of your body. They're very important. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit about woyuda. Woyuda is food. Woyuda. Should I spell it right for you? Yeah. Woyuda. Just like it's woyuda. And that is food. We're going to talk about some meats, some fruits, and some vegetables today. And this is to, again, help you build your vocabulary. I'll share a little trick with you. I find that if you write them down as I'm doing them, if you write them down with me as you do them, they'll stick better. We're going to start out with everybody's favorite. Taspa. Taspa waji hayeza winchashta yaza inchun. No, I don't know how to say it, won't go. But if you have an apple a day, they'll keep the doctor away. I was trying to say it. But this is an apple. An apple. Taspa. Now we're going to go on and we're going to do this again. But we're not going to say apple. We're going to taspa riz. And if you remember from our colors, riz is orange. So this is an orange. Taspa, taspa riz. Now we have another taspa. Taspa riz. Taspa riz Hishma. Now, if you remember from our mouth, I, when I did Hishma, Tasmari Hishma. That is hair. And your peach has a layer of hair. Tasmari Hishma. That is a peach. Now we're going to go on to make sure I spell it right. Shkoshkobena. 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 Oh, shucks, I should have told you that from your oz you can ukja. Beans make you fart. I like this. I like the way this this is. Oh, I didn't spell it right already. Ozinktka, 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 ozinktka. Is there no, nothing. Ozinktka. And those are tomatoes. Ozinktka, ozinktka, tomatoes. I lost my place. Oh. I am so sorry. This is not beans. This is a banana. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about my beans. Sorry, that is a banana. And they call that a banana because it's bent. Shkoshkobena. And it's the, you know how banana is bent like this here? And that's what the banana translates to. It's bent. Shkoshkobena. Yeah, like a bowl, too. Oh, now we have another taspa here. Here's another one. I bet you guys can't figure out this one here. Taspari tuta. And tuta means to be sour or to be, you know, when your eyes squinch up when something is kind of like, what's the word? I guess sour is the best. This one here, this is a lemon. Yeah, tuta. That's, it is a fruit that's yellow, that is tuta, that is sour, and that is your lemon. Now we're going to move on to, everyone should know this, tano, tano. That is meat. Now, sometimes when you have the hamburger, you have tano. There's two ways to say this now. You can say tano yukbambi, or you can say tano maksaksabi, maksaksabi. Maksaksabi, and that is hamburger or ground meat. This here it's ground meat, but because hamburger is ground meat, that's what it translates to. But it could mean ground meat as well. You know how some people don't eat beef; they only eat pork. It could be ground pork as well. Now we have tepsina. Tepsina. I tried to keep your words with stuff that we would use daily. And tepsina, these are turnips. Also used for the wild turnips as well. Tepsina. Now we have tepsina sha. Tepsina sha. And that is your beets. Red turnips is what it translates to. And it's your beets. Beets. Tepsina sha. The sha is making it red. And now something we all have in our garden. And we cook a lot of Paris. Paris. Those are your potatoes. Pariska, your white potatoes, or your Yukon Gold. Paris. Paris. Psi. 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 That's your rice. Also, it could be your wild rice. Psi. Because we have wild rice as well as white rice. Oh, I see. I got another thing that, remember when I was younger, my father would eat lots of this here. Tachub. Tachub. There's an A at the end of this, I guess. Tachuba. Tachub. But you don't really say the A unless if you're a fluent speaker, you wouldn't say the A. Tachub. See? But you hear the A. Tachub. And that's the marrow, bone marrow. And then we have, oh, I got oranges and tomatoes twice. How come? Oh, well. Now we have yuchuchgabi. 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 Yuchuch. And this yahuch, it means to bite something. Yahuch, and this is peanuts. Must be because a lot of people bite into the peanut, maybe that's why they're called that, because you know Nakoda is a descriptive language, and it must be you bite into it. Yuchu babi, yuchu gabi, yuchu gabi. And did you know that peanuts grow underground? Just kidding. Lots of people think that they grow on top of the ground, but they don't. They grow underground. Now we're going to talk about, there's a couple of ways here that I found that they have this here. But I'm going to write it like this. Amba hotuna. Amba hotuna. I don't know. This is a chicken. And I don't know. Yeah, also they have CO. And that is a prairie chicken. And then I noticed on some of them the CO was also for chicken, so I guess maybe you can use both.
So what is Shio Nide?
Pheasant.
Like there's pheasant rump, yeah.
See, and I don't, Nide is because it's, you're talking about this, yeah. See, and this is, it says it's a prairie chicken, yeah, and that's what a prairie chicken or a pheasant is what it translates to in the dictionary. A prairie chicken or a pheasant, and then amba hotun is your chicken. Now, when you have a chicken, you have to have a rooster. And your amba, I'm going to have to take this so I'm spelling it right. Huh? Now this Amba hotunam noga. Amba hotunam noga. And that's your rooster. Probably because I'm thinking noga because the rooster came before the chicken. No, I'm just kidding. Noga is like older, huh? Sorry.
Out of my world.
Okay, I don't know why amba hotun noga. But that's what it translates to in the dictionaries that I've looked at. Now we're going to go with pichperana. Pichperana. Your H, pich. Pich. Ana. Pechbegana. And those are your carrots. Pechbegana. Pechbegana. Oh, now here's a good one. I bet you guys can't tell me what this one is. Shunga kada. Shunga kad. Shunga kad. Good job. Hot dog. Hot dog. Shunga kada. Hot dog.
That's my Indian name. That's what they call me in Regina.
I wonder why dog though. Now I have two spellings for this one here. Ahuabi, snow. Snowyabi. Or I have another one here. Where did I do with it? Oh, right. Oh, I bet I didn't write it down then. But on one of them, it has Ahuabi en winkni oshpayambi, meaning that the bannock is cooked in the grease. That's what it translates to. But this is grease bannock. I must have not wrote the other one down. I was trying to write both. If I found more than two, oh, I forgot my C. But I didn't write that down, and it was when you're. Okay, well I'm gonna jump ahead while I'm doing bread. I started doing them, and I started doing all the fruits together and all the vegetables together and all the crackers and bread together. Then I thought, well, I'm not going to make it easy for you. If you want to know something, you're going to have to go through the list to go through them. I didn't put them in order. I specifically mixed them up. But now that I'm talking about the grease bannock, I'm going to also tell you about the crackers. While we have Ruyabi Suda. And that is not just for crackers. That could also, what I'm telling you is that the bannock or the bread is hard. So it could be crackers, it could be toast. Ahuabi Suda. And then we have bread. And that also is ahuyabi nadoboryabi. And if you remember from the baking powder, to be bow is to swell. So ahuabi no nadoboryabi. Sorry, I messed that up really good. Nadoboryabi. It's because your bread or this bread is made with yeast and it'll rise by itself. That's what this translates to, that it'll rise. And that's the bread that's made with yeast. I hope I explained that good to you. I don't want to do these again. I messed myself up. Okay, now okay. Since I went ahead, okay, with rooster, grease bannock, CO. Now we're going to do our beans that I messed up on before. Now this is beans. Unkshukshun. Unkshukshuna. 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 And those are beans, and to unkja is to fart. So I imagine that's why this unkshukshuna is in here, because to unkja, to fart, and beans make you pass gas. So that's probably why they called it, they named it that. Now after we said the rooster and all this, let's do the turkey. Pachni agastaga. Pachni means to be snotty, and that agastaga, it's that red thing that's on top. You ever see a turkey when they have that red thing on top? That's what I was told that translates to, is that pachni agastaga, that red thing on top, and that's why it translates to a turkey. On one of the other books, I have tahush. Oh yeah. Sorry. And then also, there's another one that has the turkey as a tahush as well. That's a different spelling. I'm not sure. But that's in the book from, this was in the dictionary from, I'm pretty sure from the University of Indiana. Now we're going to have some wahambi. Wahambi. I used to work with this gentleman, and we taught him how to say wahambi, and he was Métis, and he'd go wahambi. He'd really sound it like that. And that is soup or broth. Wahambi. You can make your wahambi out of your sio or your ambahotun. Now, and your soup, maybe you want to put some wachbetanga. And your wachbetanga, that's your cabbage. And what this translates to is big leaf. Big leaf, that's what it translates to. Wachbetanga. Wakmuza. Wakmuza. And that is corn. Wakmuza. Wakmuza. The hair on, the little hairs that come out of your corn. Oh, here's a good one. Tahmuga chesni. Ooh, talking about poop here, huh? Remember that? So what do you think this is? Tahmuga? Your H, remember your H is ha. Tahmaga, sorry. Your G and chesni. Tahmuga chesni. Tahmuga is a B. So tahmuga chesni, that would translate to your honey. You go home and call your sweetheart, Tahmuga chesni, nechi uwoda. Tell your sweetheart, come here. Honey, come here, come and eat, tell him. Don't forget to say Tahmuga. Don't tell him chesni, come and eat now. Okay, now where were we? Oh, here's another one. It's an animal, but you can make soup out of this. Well, this is an I don't really need that. Mashtinja. Anybody ever had rabbit soup? Mashtinja wojabi. Rabbit soup. Mashtinja wojabi. Gugum. Those are cucumbers. And the other, in your workbook or the book that we were using at the beginning for one, it's spelled like this here. And then in the University of Indiana book, it's spelled like this, but it's the same. Gugum. They're cucumbers. Gugum. Now we have asambi. Asambi. And that is milk. Asambi. Now, if anybody eats a lot of pari, winkni ish gashmambi. Your potatoes cooked in grease. Maybe you like to put mini tuta on it. Mini tuta, that is your vinegar. I'm not sure how to spell vinegar. Oh, this is an E. Vinegar, and that's also used in a lot of canning. You can use vinegar for your canning, your garden harvest. Now we have gagusha tano. Gagusha tano. Gagusha, if you remember, is pig. So this would be pork. Pork. Well, actually it translates to bacon, but that's what it is. It's pork meat. And you could use that for your bacon, ham, pork chops, or you know how some people don't eat, like I said, they don't eat hamburger, they eat pork instead. You can also ground up your hamburger as in your first words I showed you as in yukbambi or maksabi. Gagusha tano would be hamburger pork. Pork hamburger, sorry, backwards I'm saying. Next we have asambi suda, we have milk. So what do you think asambi suda would be? It's hard milk. What did asambi suda? It's hard milk. So it's cheese, it translates to cheese. While we're having some cheese, let's get some wintka. Your rooster has these. Your chicken has these eggs. They're wintka. And then, if we want to cook our eggs, we would cook them in winkni. Winkni. So that is your oil, your lard, or just any kind of grease. Your grease that you cook in. Winkni. Now, this one was new to me. I hadn't seen this word before. Tano odasab. Tano obadasab. That's better. Tano obadasab. Tano obadasab. You guys would never guess those were sausages, huh? Sausages. Well, maybe I'll go back to the man here and we'll rename some stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
The brain. The whole sausage brain.
C-N-O-T. Oh, yeah, okay. Now, mini suda. Now, like the cheese, suda, mini suda. You'd think it would be hard water, it would translate to ice. No, it doesn't. What it is it's the alcohol. Probably because it's hard liquor. Just kidding, I don't know. Mini suda, that's what it translates to in the dictionary. Now, we were talking about meat, pork meat. Now, here's one here. Duamno tano. Duamno tano. And duamno, that's a cow. So this is beef. Duamno. Then we have wojabi again, and I have berry pudding for that, as well as it's on the other one. It means the gravy. It's wojabi. It's berry pudding. When you when you boil the Saskatoons and you add a little bit of flour to make it nice and thick, that's wojabi, berry pudding. And then again, I have a ruabi suda. I must have it twice. Must have been half asleep when I did these, a ruabi. Now we have a sambi suda. We also have a sambi winkney. A sambi winkney. Also seen that translated to asambi ri, and it's yellow milk, so this would be butter. Now, I might have some trouble with this. Teja. Good job. Teja. And I know we have a lot of these growing at home. We have some growing back home, and they're cranberries. Teja. And those are cranberries. Now we're talking about soup. Here's another one in the springtime when they all come back. Maybe parunda, imbiro hayakena yuda bija injahi shen woda. This is duck. I'm telling you to you boil up your duck, you throw some porridge in it, good soup. Wahampi washte. Parunda, that's your ducks. In the springtime, you have a lot of duck soup. I never had duck soup this year. I usually do, but I didn't. Hihaha. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry, it's hihaha. Hihaka, sorry. Hihaga. And that is your elk. Your elk meat. Hihaga tano. I'm not saying it right. Hihak. Yeah, see, that's the way. I'm not doing it any justice pronouncing it. Hihag.
I always heard with the A.
Hihag. Hehaga. Yeah, I'm not doing it any justice. But these are ha, and the G. The G is not, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a K too. Hehaka. Hehaka. Those H's are glotterized. Hehag. Hehag. Hechaga. Hechag. Now this one is really, I know what it is, but I've never seen this like this here. But Siho Winknu Spayambi. Siho Winknu Spayambi. Which means this chicken is cooked with lard, or it's cooked in lard. Winknu Spayambi. The Winkni Nushpayambi, they're cooking it in the lard. They're immersing it in the grease or the lard. So it's what this translate. Huh?
My new favorite word.
Shio iknushpayambi. Shio iknushpayam.
Kentucky Shield.
Shio.
Kentucky.
Now we're down to our last few words. These words here, hayaka niudabi. That's what I said before. Hayaka niudabi. Hayaka niudabi. Oops, forgot my. And that's porridge. What you eat in the morning. It translates to morning you eat. And that's your morning porridge. Hayaka yukbambi isha. Ahuabi saga nodaktingt. I'm going to eat porridge and toast in the morning. I don't know. I know I'm gonna kind of, maybe I might have some trouble with this, but you know we have a chayukbambi. Chayukbambi. There we go. Chayukbambi. No, I'm not saying it right. Yeah, chayukbambi. Yeah, there we go. Chayukbambi. Charyukbambi, huh? Yeah. Charyukbambi. And that's ice cream. Now, I can't break this down for you. I'm not sure. Charyukbambi. That's a new word to me as well. Here's another one. But because Halloween's coming up, we should practice this one. Winchach noch Jenna. Winchach noch Jenna. Winchach noch Jenna. Now you might maybe want to look in the Fort Qu'Appelle app. They've got a lot of these in the FHQ app for Fort Qu'Appelle if you want to go through some of these and just to hear the pronunciation correctly. I'm not sure if I'm doing this justice. Winchach noch Jenna. But I'm pretty sure that's how it's said in there. Chintka. And those are raisins that raisins. Chintka. Raisins. Now, I didn't know Wachbe in chahi bi. Wachbe in chahi bi. Wachbe in chahi bi. And that is salad. And it's saying that you're mixing your leaves together is what it translates to. In chahi is to mix together, so you're mixing your leaves together. That's what it translates to. It's salad. Wimbazuka. Wingbazuka. Those are Saskatoons. Wingbazuka. And this word I found on the FHQ app. If you have that, you can check it out. This is Saskatoons. There's several. This was just different. That's why I used this. Champasab. This was just different. I just thought Saskatoons also are. Those translate to Saskatoons as well. There's just a different way. I just thought I'd tell you a different way. Wanakayabi. Wanakayabi. Maybe some of you will be having this tonight for supper. And that is stew. Wanakayabi. Babi. Wanakpayabi. Wanakpayabi. Yeah, I'm not saying that right. Kabya. Yeah, that's it. And then we have Tachata. Tachata. If you're a cook, oops, Tachata. Sorry, Tachata. Tachata, and this is a nasalized A. It's just the way the different spellings and different words, different things, and and this is just like all venison. And I'm sure, I don't know, that could be probably even lamb or, because it's just venison, like a venison call. That's any kind of, what could be lamb chops, it could be elk meat, it could be deer meat.
So the tom would be
The meat,
the short version of tom.
Mm-hmm. Now our last word of the day is Spashiudabish. 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 Spell it. Udabi. Oh, sorry, not ish. Udabi. Spashishudabi. And it's something that you don't cook, as you can see. You don't cook it. And I don't know, I didn't do these, but what this translate to? Watermelon. Spashish. Shash. No. Spashi. Yeah, that's all right. For you Rider fans out there, there you are. Spashi udabi pa. Put a head at the end of this, and you guys are watermelon heads. I hope that you guys learned some foods and some body parts today, some body part functions. There's a lot more. There's more words than what I've showed you today for the food. But these are just some of the foods that we use daily. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned. If you write down the words a couple of times and practice them, it will help you learn. Akawichim nagint.
Minagoya be namakota macha NAKON'I'A techina.